Welcome to Backstage with Richard Ridge. Up next from Manhattan Concert Productions' Broadway series is the glorious Stephen Schwartz and John Caird musical, Children of Eden. It is directed and choreographed by Tony Yazbek with musical direction by Kimberly Grigsby. It'll take place on February 18th at Lincoln Center's David Geffen Hall. It features a stellar cast with a chorus of over 375 singers, and I caught up with two of the show's stars, Nikki Renée and David Phelps. It's thrilled to be seeing you again.
Yes.
And David, to meet you for the first time, welcome to New York and welcome to the journey you're about to go on with Children of Eden. How excited are you?
I am so excited and pretty nervous, but today really helped a whole lot. We got to run our lines, and Norm joined us over Zoom, and that helped a whole lot, so.
Yeah, we were able to kind of lay a foundation,
Yeah.
The rehearsal process is so quick. And we had never met until today, so it was nice to, see him and
kind
feel
of
what the
establish
energy
some kind
is.
of chemistry.
Yeah.
Talk about how excited you are about doing Children of Eden. You hadn't worked with Stephen Schwartz before, had you?
No, I hadn't worked with him before, but I certainly knew the album for Children of Eden. Tony and I actually went to college together, and the album had just come out a few years maybe before we were in college, so everyone knew it, and they actually did it in school while we were there, but we weren't in that production, so it's nice to get to visit the actual production, and this is my first time getting to be in it, which is thrilling.
What a full circle moment for you to go to school together with Tony, to know the show is being done. Neither of you got cast, and now you're doing it in New York, right?
Exactly.
That'll show them.
No, that'll show them. We're going to do it in New York.
Yes.
We're doing it at Lincoln Center. You had done the show before, David, right?
I had. The first time I did it, this is crazy, but my daughter was in college, and they called me, and they were like, "Your daughter's in the production. Come be a part of the production." I was like, "All right, that'll be nice." And so I went down there, and then she dropped out of school. And so I ended up doing it, without her there. So, and then they called me. The Chicago Lyric called me to be a part of the production in early 22, and Stephen was going to be a part of that. So that's where I met Stephen, and we worked together there, and so it was good to get the call for this.
Yeah. So let's talk about this. Is one of the most beloved musicals. I mean, like I said, you fell in love with the album. You got to do it. I did the same thing. What is it about this show? What attracted both of you to say, yes, I want to do this here?
Oh, well, I would jump at the opportunity to do one of these concerts because they're so much fun, and to get to do something on this scale with this many people in the chorus, and it's just a really special opportunity, and especially at David Geffen Hall. But also, as I said, I've been a fan of the music. I've been a huge fan of Stephen Schwartz forever, so to get to sing his music is really exciting.
Yeah,
absolutely. And I think from different sources I've heard that this is one of his favorite pieces that he has ever written, and I think it certainly shows in his enthusiasm for that. So to get to work with Stephen is amazing. The number of voices that we're going to be on stage with, I just can imagine that wall of sound that's going to be happening, and the enthusiasm of the kids that are there to be in that place and in that moment working on that is I just can't wait for it.
Yeah. Well, we're going to get into that because this is Manhattan Concert Productions. They have done numerous shows like this. This is part of the Broadway series. There's going to be 375 singers behind you, besides an incredible orchestra there at Lincoln Center. I mean, like you said, you've done this before.
Yeah.
So tell him what it's going to be like.
Well, it's so thrilling. We were talking about it earlier. Just the idea, we were these kids who were so excited to about Broadway, and so to know that they're getting to be on stage for something like this of this caliber, I'm so excited for them. And I can't wait to meet some of them and chat with them, because I know when I was a kid, I would have been so thrilled to be a part of something like this.
Absolutely. This whole thing that I've done, I don't know if it's like, this is just a dream, to be able to make music and to step on stages where there are people out there who are anticipating you making music. What a gift, what a dream life that is. And I remember just sitting in an audience listening to my favorite artists and just going, wow, I want to do that. I want to be a part of making music like that, to that level. And then to be here, that's a story to be told to the youth that'll be there, that it's possible, that what they're dreaming about is possible. And I think that hopefully will open up a big world for some of them.
Yeah.
See, that's the wonderful thing that Manhattan Concert Productions does. They come in for, it's almost a week they come in for, and I mean, they get to watch the whole entire process of watching all these stars and these performers that they admire go through the actual process of putting on this incredible show that they're a part of. But they watch what you go through, and they watch it all the way through, from your rehearsals, from your sing-throughs, to your texts, through everything. If you go to a school, very rarely do you get to see how it's actually done professionally in New York on a stage like Lincoln Center. And these kids are there all week. And like I said, you were just saying, we were those kids.
Yeah, and we're so lucky
dreaming.
to have them with us, to have that much of a support system behind us, especially in a story like this. It's just, we're just as lucky to have them as they are to, be able to experience it as well.
Yeah.
Because I think the two of you, you're going to learn as much from them as they're going to learn from you. I think it's going to take you back to when you first started out, like, oh my gosh, that was me.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm hoping they'll give me a line every once in a while.
with all those people, maybe they can whisper something,
Well, you ran through everything today, and I heard it went very, very well, right?
Yes.
Well, you'd been down this road before with The Secret Garden, that beautiful production that MCP had done. Favorite memories of that? What was it for you?
Oh my gosh, just listening to the principal actors sing, Sierra Boggess and Cheyenne Jackson and Ramin Karimloo, like their voices were just so amazing, and to come together to tell that story in such a quick amount of time and to just see it all come together so quickly, it was really special.
And then the audience.
Yeah, the audience really loved it, and also the composers were there and involved with it, so that was really nice also. I'm looking forward to having Stephen be there with us this week for part of the time.
They'll all be there. He'll be there. So let's talk about the roles that you get to play and what you love about them already, even after your first read-through today.
Yeah.
Talk about who you play.
I'm playing Eve and Mama Noah, and I'm really excited because I actually recorded The Spark of Creation on my album, my solo album, which came out about 11 years ago now. So, but I've never played the part. So I'm only really familiar with the song Spark of Creation other than the entire role. So to get to go on stage and play the entire role and find what the Spark of Creation is within that character and not just some song that I sang a few years ago, it's nice to be able to explore it with the motivation of the character. And maybe
and she sounds so good.
Yeah, maybe it'll be a little different than what I did on my album, which is exciting.
You're like, oh, here's the whole show.
Yeah.
Beautiful. David, for you.
I am playing Adam and Noah, and the music is just magical. I mean, the harmonic choices that Stephen put in throughout this are so different and still fresh today. That it really is. It kind of takes you off guard a little bit. The content of the show I am very drawn to because it really is about relationships, parental relationships, and the relationships between all of the characters. And when you look at the story of Genesis, it really sets up this whole story throughout the Bible, that it is a relationship, And so I think Stephen was very brilliant to pick that out of these chapters and the way he spells it out in a way that's really applicable for all of us, So.
And then there's his score.
Yes.
How beautiful is it singing? You already recorded one of his numbers. What is it like singing the songs of Stephen Schwartz, particularly this show?
I mean, the music is, bar none, it's just some of the best theater music out there. Also, with this huge choir, a couple of my songs have the choir, like I'm kind of leading the choir, so I'm really excited to get to sing and have like such a wall of support from 400 people, getting to sing with them and just bring the score to life is something I'm really looking forward to.
Yeah. The passion in the lyrics, I think, is what really strikes me. The emotion and the way that it really does strike the chord of the angst of the relationships, and then the resolution, and the character really coming to grips with what it is that he needs to with that relationship, and the way that it's spelled out in the melodic choices is it's just so gratifying to sing. It really is.
I know it's really early in the process. Do you have a favorite song so far that you're learning?
I think my favorite song is Children of Eden, actually. The title song is just...
What is it about it?
I mean, it's just so soulful. Just the idea of Eve at the end of her life and looking over all the things that she's accomplished and mistakes made and good things done, and how her children are carrying her legacy on, and the legacy of Father and Adam are being carried on with her children and grandchildren and great-grandchildren. It's just a really thrilling Act 1 finale, and I love just the melody of it is so beautiful, so I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah. I am really drawn to Let There Be, at the beginning. It's brilliant, isn't it? I mean, it has all this wonder built into the lyric and the way it goes back and forth, and the word choice, chromium waterfalls, that kind of thing just always makes me go, wow, that's an interesting choice, and it paints the picture in your mind for you. I really love that one and the power of it,
Yeah. Now I want to talk about your director. I know your director is here, but I mean, you went to school with Tony Asbeck. You just met Tony Asbeck. He's going to be your director. You starred already. Talk about what you're enjoying the most and what you're looking forward to the most about working with your director, Tony Asbeck.
Well, I know Tony as a friend, and I have so much respect for him as a performer, as a singer, a dancer, an actor. I mean, he does it all. And this is my first time working with him as a director, so I'm really excited for him to see him in this new chapter of his life as an artist, getting to be a director, because I know he's going to be already fantastic at it. And so I'm looking forward to the process and watching my friend grow into this new avenue of artistry.
That's beautiful. David, for you.
Well, when we first talked, I said, Tony, I'm a student, and because I've just made my whole career being a student, and he has been a great teacher so far, and really helped me through trying to find the inner meanings of the lyric and of the characters, and so I just can't wait to have more of that happen. It's gonna be good.
This is also the perfect family musical, which I think we need right now.
Yeah.
Why you think it's such a great musical?
Well, first of all, it's one of the most famous stories of all time, Adam and Eve, and Noah and the Ark. I'm really excited for my daughters to see it. Sometimes I do shows that they aren't able to see. They're 6 and 11, so it's really nice to be in a show where they'll see some kids on stage and that they can relate to it and understand the story and just enjoy it. So I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah, I think it's done in a way that people might come to it expecting one thing and they leave having received another, and they walk out thinking, and I think that's a great thing to have art do. It walks out. You walk out and you're thinking about what just happened. So I'm excited about that.
Finally, what are you looking forward to the most? February 18th, Lincoln Center, David Geffen Hall, Manhattan Concert Productions, Children of Eden.
That's a good list.
I mean, that's the list, right? That's the list. We're looking forward to all of that and getting to share this with a new generation of people who maybe aren't as familiar with it as we were,
Absolutely.
Well, this has been great to sit with you again. It's been great to meet you. I will see you during that whole week of the journey.
Sounds good. We can't wait.